I'm Teddy Cruz. I'm professor of public culture and urbanization in the visual arts department at UCSD, where I co-direct the Center on Global Justice and also our main initiative, the UCSD Community Stations.
My name is Fauna Foreman. I'm a professor of political science at the University of California, San Diego, where I direct the UCSD Center on Global Justice. So over time, we've been partnering very closely with communities on both sides of the border to collaborate on environmental challenges, public health challenges, poverty challenges that are being faced on both sides.
We are very interested in the production of visual evidence that often begins with fictionalizing potentially the existing landscape. So for example, we wanted to imagine what would happen if we were to eliminate the border from the continental US-Mexico border region and instead visualize the environmental, ecological, shared assets between the United States and Mexico. And what emerged was the image of a bioregion that is composed of the 8 most important regional watershed systems across the United States and Mexico. That is the image we ended up calling Mexus. So when we moved from Mexus to our own regional watershed system, we find the Tijuana River watershed, the place where Laureles Canyon, one of the most important tributaries of the Tijuana River watershed system, when it clashes against the border wall before spilling northbound into the Tijuana River Estuary, the lungs of the bioregion, a shared environmental asset that needs to be protected between these two cities. During the last decades, 70% of the open green space of Laureles Canyon has shrank because of the impact of irregular development. So with our partners in Tijuana, including PFEA, Proyecto Fronterizo de Educación Ambiental, Four Walls, the Tijuana River Estuary, Hormiguitas with Adela, and UABC with Napoleon Gudino, we have been identifying, researching, and bundling the remaining pieces of land that are still environmentally rescuable to stitch together an environmental conservancy project that we are calling the Cross-Border Commons. Many of the projects we have been advancing with our partners are located within this archipelago of conservation. In fact, 2 of our UCSD community stations are located in 2 very critical sites. One is the UCSD Alacrán Community Station and the other one in Divina Providencia. But one project that has become emblematic of what we can do with the remaining open spaces is a project that takes place in a site that was destroyed by a landslide years ago. This is the Miramar Hydro Educational Park that we are co-developing with our partners PFEA.
I'm Kyle Haynes. I'm the lead environmental researcher for the Center on Global Justice at UC San Diego. So we're here in the site of a major landslide in 2015. This hillside slid because there was a slow leak and a major rain event. And so it's been 7, almost 8 years now. And this park is going to become a kind of hydro-pedagogical park. So there's going to be examples of how to build on hillsides in safe ways, as well as best practices for securing hillsides while creating public space. You can see this is the scar that was left behind by the major landslide. 20 houses came down this hill, and what you can see is the debris of those houses that have been destroyed in situ here. This is obviously a horrible slide. It affected a lot of people's lives. It's creating risks for all the neighbors that are down below it. At the same time, because of the way that the slide happened, we still have the resource of the topsoil here, and also the scar itself, which can become the source of a kind of biocanal that will move water through this space, filtering the water as much as we can, and then distribute it back into the creek system.
Laureles Canyon has been impacted by unprecedented, irregular urban growth, drastic erosion, flooding, landslides, and all of that exacerbated by the increased fluctuations of precipitation because of climate change. And because of the lack of collaboration between Tijuana and San Diego, much of the sediment, trash, and pollution ends up in the Tijuana River Estuary. To tackle the problem, we cannot do it alone. We need to form new coalitions of knowledge, new coalitions of practice and of engagement. The many groups that are collaborating here have really been advancing projects for a long time, building trust with our social partners and understanding the specificity of the problems that are rooted in this canyon.
And one of the things we've realized when we really look at ourselves is we are already a region of flows and circulation: air, water, waste, health, money, culture, love, justice. These things don't stop at walls. So, much of what we do is amplifying to ourselves who we already are and then riding those possibilities.